Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Nice. You watch my first sip. This is not a staged event here. It's not like I have a cup of coffee before I start the Daybreak Show. You are witnessing the first sip. I actually get more awake as the show goes on. I slept a little bit later today. I woke up a couple times in the middle of the night. A lot of things in my mind. Couldn't fall back asleep, and I finally did. So it's going to be an interesting day today. But boy, there was a lot of stuff going on in my mind. How about you? Did you have a good night's sleep? I'm not saying I had a bad night's sleep. I'm just saying I had an interesting night's sleep, a lot of dreams. How was your night? Let me know down below. I'd like to know how you sleep. Best meme of the week on social media. I usually don't do this, but I have to show this. But this was incredible. It communicates a lot. I spoke my thoughts once and I literally said what was on my mind. And I do that often. There's many times where I'm thinking something and I start responding to it verbally. And if there's people near me, they say, "Are you talking to me?" Or they might answer a question or comment on something I said. And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm just talking to myself." I'll never forget I was at a networking event. I spoke my thoughts, literally spoke my thoughts. I said, "That is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen." Unfortunately, the girl that I was with that night didn't seem to appreciate my thoughts. True story. I spotted a woman across the room and I just mumbled under my breath, "That is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen." And she was like, "What? What did you just say?" I guess she didn't have a sense of humor, but I wasn't trying to be funny. I thought that, and there was zero editing between what I was thinking and what I was saying. This happened many years ago. That woman was Natalie Stone. You'll meet her soon. Now she's the second most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Realize that there are many ways, many roads to your goals. If your goal is here, and you are here, you think that going from here to here is the way to get to your goal. Think about this. Your goal is in the middle of a wagon wheel. Think about this now. The hub of the wheel. There's many ways to get to that goal. Sometimes it's like this. And then you get your goal. But don't get discouraged if you don't go from A to B. You might have to start at A.1, A.2, A.3, and then finally get to B. It's not as simple as you think, but you can get there. But keep in mind, there's many ways to reach your goals. And Mother always told me, be careful of who you love and be careful of what you do, because the lie becomes the truth. MJ, 1982. I never purchase anything where they indicate a portion of the proceeds go to charity. I hate that. And I always hate it when if you're checking out of Walmart, would you like to donate $1 to the XYZ club or the XYZ charity? I'm like, no, thank you. Just give me a lower price and I'll pick my own charity and act accordingly. To me, that's bad marketing. I don't like it when you put me on the spot. As a matter of fact, I have a blanket no at this point. When you try to collect money from me at the cash register, it's always a no. Always. They know some people can't not say no. There's some people who will always say yes. Oh, it's only $1. I choose my charities. I don't let my charities choose me, and I don't let a $10 an hour cashier be a fundraiser for me. Nothing against $10 cashiers, $10 an hour cashiers. Everyone has to have a job. Some do it well. I think some of those people are embarrassed to even say that. I'll be honest with you. They didn't get paid. They didn't get hired to be a fundraiser. They get hired because they needed a job. And now the company is saying they're teaching them to ask people if they'd like to give $1 to the XYZ or ABC charity. That's gotta feel stupid. Have any of you ever worked retail and your employer told you to collect money for a charity through the checkout process? Let me know down below if that's ever happened to you. Hey, listen, I have everyone from company presidents to surgeons to Walmart cashiers watching this channel. I do not discriminate between anybody. The people who write me letters mow lawns. Some of them do brain surgery. Everybody watches The Sultan. Don't forget that. Enjoy it while you can, because it's got an expiration date on it. You just can't see that date. What are you talking about? Everything. Everything has an expiration date. Everything and everyone has an expiration date. As soon as you get that through your head, life is so much easier. Everything is temporary. I know in Eastern religion, what do they say? Attachment is the root of all suffering. The tighter you hang on to things, the more you suffer when those things disappear, or try to disappear, or crumble, or fall apart, or don't want to be with you anymore. Attachment is the root of all suffering. Have a loose grip on everything and everybody. You'll get along so much better in life. You'll actually fall in love with life more than you fall in love with things or people. Can you imagine that? Having a relationship with life and the Creator. What a beautiful thing. Who will never break up with you. Isn't that great? You see a pair of laughing eyes and suddenly you're sighing sighs. You are thinking nothing's wrong. You string along, boy, then snap. Those eyes, those sighs, they're part of the tender trap. Frank Sinatra, 1956. If you don't know that song, look it up. Love is the tender trap. Wow. Everyone's been there. It's a great song. And nobody sings it like Frank. Nobody. I took a poll. I said bench or bucket seats in a truck. 57% said bench seats. 42.9% said bucket seats. Some had made comments about the bench seats are great because your girlfriend or whoever can scoot over close to you. You can fit 3 people across. Bucket seats, it's just 2 people in the front. I do kind of like bench seats though. I do. I don't know why, but I do. If they started making bench seats again, I might get a truck that has a bench seat. I do like the extended and or crew cab as well. The only problem with the crew cab is that the beds are what? Maybe 6 feet? Because that cab part takes up a lot of the length of the truck. So you sacrifice bed length for people. But I guess if you have a family, that truck can be utilized as a car as well. So I guess if you put the tailgate down, a 6-foot bed can be an 8-foot bed if you have to carry sheets of plywood or lumber that's 8 foot long. If you are in any kind of construction business, home repair, etc., an 8-foot bed is nice. It's nice to be able to close that tailgate, isn't it? Yeah. Men have to be fed daily. First, their bellies. Secondly, their imagination. Ladies, do not forget that. Not only do you have to feed him, but you have to be interesting. And have a mystique that he wants to conquer. Men want to conquer all the time. They want to solve problems. If everything is just bleh, given to him, he won't appreciate it. Oops, I shouldn't have said that about men, because it sounds like I'm dissing them, but I'm not. If you're a man and you are in the kitchen and he grabs your butt, you're just going to melt right there. It wouldn't hurt to maybe run away a little bit. Make him take a few fast steps to get you. It works. It's called creating a vacuum. Here's you, here's him. You go like this a little bit, it pulls him. You go like this fast, he comes at you fast. Creating polarity in the most unexpected places. The kitchen, the car, the driveway, the back deck. Keep the dance going. Keep it going. I have some great interviews, actually conversations coming up that you are going to love. I want you to watch all of them. You're going to learn something. Very rarely do I have a conversation with somebody and it's just for entertainment purposes only. It's so you can learn. They solve problems. They answer questions. When I have conversations with people, I don't have interviews. Interview sounds more like interrogation, doesn't it? It sounds like gotcha. It sounds like I'm trying to trap you. This is what I tell all my guests who come on my show. I say, I want my audience to feel like they are eavesdropping on two friends having a conversation. And son of a gun, if that doesn't work well and set people at ease and not feel like they're being interrogated, and they open up, they talk, they're happy, they're loose, they're free, and then you feel like you know them by the end of the interview. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you in the fall for season 3 of the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.
I think there's so many good men out in the world. Where, there's this, women say, where are all the good men? They're everywhere. I'm looking out my window. There's one right there. I'm sure of it. There's so many good men, but you're missing. It seems like women are missing out on what they can offer and what they really want.
Answer the question, or answer the statement, where are all the good men? I see that a lot in the media. I see that in videos. I see that on TV. I see that on all the short form social media. It's almost a meme right now. Mm-hmm. Where are all the good men?
Well, I'll speak to you as if you're a female friend. They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere, but you're blind. You have on so many glasses of bullshit that you can't see. So what are you calling a good man? I think what you're calling a good man is someone that you walk into a room with and all the women go, and they don't focus on you, they focus on him. And then they glance at you and go, how did she get him? So then it's your status that you're thinking about, not anything about him. You could go home and fight with him and he could be mean to you and he could treat you like shit, or you could treat him like shit. As long as when you walk into rooms, people are like, wow, that's a really great couple. What did she do? A great guy, that's not that at all. A great guy first of all, you'll get along with. For me, and this is just who I am. I need someone who's quick banter, quick, and mean in their humor. But that's just me. So what kind is humor important to you, woman? Then there's that. There's plenty of men who are funnier than women, because that's evolutionary. They have to be to try to get your attention. What's important to you? Is it a provider? Okay, then you can't be shy about that. You can't be the woman that's going to go out to dinner with a guy and say how strong you and your friends are, and then wonder why he wants to go Dutch with you. You have to know who you are and proclaim it, and go for the traits that actually will make you happy for the rest of your life. Someone who has the same values as you do. What are your values? Write them out. 3 values. Okay, and then that's kind of your guide. That's your big ship guide. You're going here. And then you can add, like I said, the wit and the humor and whatever, and the looks if you want to, but that's not going to make you happy. So the good guys are absolutely everywhere. Mostly. There's poopy ones. But I'd say as a general, they're flipping everywhere. What a joy.
The role of women. When I watched that video,
Mm.
and he talked about men going off to war,
Mm.
talk about that scenario.
Well, I think when a man is allowed to exhibit his masculinity, his testosterone is higher. And so he goes out into the world and he has to vibrate, maybe not has to, but tends to vibrate a little bit differently than when he comes home and he deals with the children or the neighbor. And he could probably do that himself, but I feel like it's easier when the woman's role is actuated, I don't know if that's a word, that she will bring him down to a normal, like, okay, you don't have to murder everyone, you don't have to kill everyone. You are here, you're safe, I'm here for you, I'm gonna rub your back.
Switch gears.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I see the role of women. Now, when men's masculinity, when men's testosterone is down and women's testosterone is up, everyone's kind of operating the same. So what's the role of women? I don't know anymore. What's the role of men? I don't know anymore. But when we actually have high amount of estrogen over here and high amount of testosterone over there, then a woman can actually be of importance to that type of man or personality. Man. That's it.
I remember the phrase, how years ago, I don't hear many people saying it anymore, how a woman can calm the savage beast in a man. You don't hear people talking about that anymore.
Well, because women are the savage beast. Because they were taught they were supposed to compete. No, I mean we're supposed to compete. So women are like,
oh, boy, did you nail it. Wow.
I mean, most people can be strong and powerful and alpha in moments. But it seems to me that women are taught to be that all the time. And what's the use of men? And then they complain that they can't find a man.
Yep.